back to the mark-to-mark sports conversation, the only conversation with a difference. And today, we have amazing people with us. As you can see at the back, we are the Uganda Golf Club. That's how we decided to have our, conversation. And with me, I have special guest just on my right. His name is Paul Charles Rukundo. I hope I said that right.
Yes.
Yes, and as always, Max Ali, he's always smiling. Yeah, he's also right here. And I'm super excited because I know that this segment is going to be quite informative, especially um, in the golf, sport. So we decided to have Paul because we realized that, we used his space and he granted us to be here. So Paul,
Yes.
I think let's get into it. Tell us more about what's this place for you, and I'm told you're also captain. How did that come about?
So first of all, welcome to Uganda Golf Club.
Thank you, Paul.
It's nice to have you here. So this is our second home, or our first home, as others may call it. It's over 117 years old, and I am proud to be a captain of Uganda Golf Club. So I happen to be the leader of this place, and we are trying to do amazing things in changing the face of golf in this country. So we do welcome you as well to join the wonderful sport.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Listen, there's everybody knows, and those who don't know will just tell by looking at you
Yeah.
that you're the youngest captain in the history of Uganda Golf Club. Club that with a very rich history. You're talking about more than 100 years,
Yeah.
like you said. What's your golf story? How do you rise through the ranks this quickly? Where did it start, and how do we get here?
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Maybe others will say fate or destiny, maybe. But no, truth be told, I'm very passionate about the game. I do travel for this sport, in all parts of the world. And I have served on so many other management committees. I have a single digit handicap. And I've been playing golf for a number of years now, and I love the sport. I love the game, and that's why the passion to serve this place comes naturally, because it's my second home, I would call it.
Yeah.
So it's only natural for one to want to make their second home better,
Yes.
and that's why I ran for office, and that's why majority of the members voted for me, because they probably share the same passion, and we share the same goals, and we have the same objectives. So it was easy for me to take up the mantle from our old people, from our old men. We also respect so much, and we're doing well so far. And I just got into my second term, where I was unopposed, luckily, and we'll do our best to try and transform the face of golf, the face of Uganda Golf Club, and the game itself in the country.
Okay, listen, we on Mark to Mark we love golf a lot because we have a member of yours as one of the key crew members, Mark Namanya. He's scared of asking his captain questions, so
Yeah.
he stepped aside from the set, but he's watching here. And so he's told us quite a bit about this, but I'm curious to find out from you, because golf historically, and not just here, but the world over, has been one of those fiercely conservative communities, societies, and all. And it looks like not just here, but the world over, but here, evidently, from you being captain, it's getting younger and younger. How are the old guard taking that transition from a time when it was just them, it was 50 to 70, 80-year-olds. You had to have reached a certain status in society, both in terms of maybe careers or business, and you had to be of certain financial clout and everything to belong,
Yeah.
and or a certain social status, social class and all. How has that transition happened? How is it that, because there's so many young people now playing golf, and now they're being led by you?
Yeah.
Just tell us about that transition.
I think the older people here that we have are very uh, I would say, visionary. So they have got the bigger picture in mind, and they know that the younger people are the ones who have got the energy to drive it forward and to execute what we've got to do in order to achieve that vision. And we work hand in hand with them. It's not like, you know, we as the younger people have taken over and, you know, we are not in constant consultation with them. So we've got the support of the older people. They have been open-minded enough to give us a chance to take charge. So we're doing them proud, I'd say. I mean, in our first year, for example, we moved our revenue all the way from about 3.6 billion shillings to about 5 billion shillings in only 1 year. Not so many corporates even out there or CEOs can achieve such performance.
Yes. Yeah.
But it all goes to reflect that, you know, if you've got young energy on board, if you've got younger people on board, then you can be able to transform places, you can be able to transform a sport, you can be able to achieve so much in terms of, you know, financially and,
Yes,
and with the
yeah.
setup itself. So I
Okay.
think all in all, we've got the support of the older generation who we think are very smart, very intelligent, and are visionary, as I
Okay.
said. Yeah.
You're talking retired civil servants, retired judges, retired and businessmen and all.
Generals,
But they, when you talk revenue, actually, that's one of the things that has happened around Ugandan sport and around sport and around the world, because the older generation of people have always considered these places of leisure, places of getting together, relieve stress, get together with friends and things like that.
Yeah.
And it is places where they went to spend
Yeah.
and were not looking to make money out of, because they already had their money perhaps and everything. So somebody would be curious, how do you generate 5 billion shillings from UGC? What are
Yeah.
the revenue streams?
So the revenue streams partly subscription income and membership income as well.
Yeah.
So you'll find that there is bar sales and all these things, but I'd like to make two important points. Number one, we're not for profit.
Not for profit.
So all
yeah.
the money that we get, we use it, we
Yes.
spend it on the golf course.
Yes.
Number two is we're tax compliant. So yeah, so we are one of the only sporting bodies that is 100% tax compliant with the authorities, and we would hope that all our members, all our corporate members, all the other people out there can learn from us as we lead by example,
Yeah.
so that they can be able to pay their taxes all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you talk membership and subscription, it's at this point then we would like for you to tell our viewers out there
Yeah.
how one gets here. How did Mark get here? How did you get here?
Yeah.
We've been told that you're one of the longest drivers on this course and everything.
Yeah.
How does one come from wherever to being part of the family,
How
to
do I?
driving as
Yeah.
long as you?
How do I?
By the
Because
way,
I'm
and
planning.
how many yards are we talking anyway? But yeah, but tell us how that happens. How does one get in here?
Yeah.
Who qualifies? Who doesn't qualify?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then so then we understand this exactly. Yeah.
So everyone qualifies. Everyone qualifies to be a member, as long as you come in here. We have a few interviews that we do have to pass, but they're simple. I mean, if you're a good standing member of society,
Yeah.
if you're a good person from wherever you come from and you've got good recommendations, then you'll definitely become a member. Of course, we do expect people to have a very good attitude, very good character, good background.
Reputation.
Reputation could be one of those. But of course, we do uphold values, we do uphold discipline, and we try as much as possible to try and attract as many people as possible into the game. And I think within the past year alone, we've probably attracted maybe another more than 100 people into the sport. So-
Wow, that's serious.
No.
But what are the sporting? I mean,
Yeah.
what is the sporting criteria? I mean, do I just walk in here? Do I have to have
Oh,
Do I
Mark,
have a few things?
when you
do I have
come
to
over,
be fit and
Who is the
trim?
point
Do
of
I have to?
contact?
no, by the way, you
Do I
just,
have to know how
all-
to swing
all
already?
you
Do I-
need,
yeah.
all you need is the interest.
Interest.
Yeah, if you have the interest, then definitely you'll come over. We register you. We give you forms. Membership is about 5.77 million shillings
Only.
only. Subscription is 2 million shillings, and yeah, we've got green fees that are also affordable. Our drinks are affordable. You know, you've got a whole network of people that you can tap into. So it does pay off to be a member of Uganda Golf Club, which is one of the oldest golf clubs within the region. And Mark, Paul, I think it would be nice to have you here as members. Actually, I'll task you to be members as soon as we leave the set.
Okay.
And yeah, it's affordable. All you just need is the interest.
Yeah.
If you have the interest, show up, and then we take care of the rest.
Okay.
And yeah, our admin people are ready to take you through everything else.
And then how about the rest of it? Then because you can tell our viewers about that.
Yeah.
Kit, coaching. How does that? What is the arrangement here? And what is the arrangement at golf clubs? How do I get into that? Who teaches me how to play? Where do
So
I get
we've-
kids? How,
yeah, we've
how
got
do
the
I know
coaches.
what to do? What to use?
Yeah, we've got our rules book. We've got our etiquette all filed up, and we'll be able to share a lot of this information with you. We'll share with you our constitution, our rules and regulations. We'll share with you even the code of conduct. But all I can say is come to Uganda Golf Club, then we'll take you through all these other steps. The first thing you've got to do is have the interest, and then we'll take care of the rest. So when it comes to kit, when it comes to coaching, all those will sort them out for you when you come over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I'm not looking to be a member per se, but I'm looking for a job, who do you employ here? How many are there, and what do they do?
Yeah, we have over 120 employees at Uganda Golf Club.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do they
and,
do?
They do everything from maintaining this wonderful golf course, the way you
Yes.
see it, to the admin work, finance,
No.
and yeah, even security and all these. So
I
they,
have my CV ready.
well, please bring your
Security, I
CV.
know.
Yeah, please bring your CV. We do try and, of course, adhere and comply with the labor laws, and we try to live by the topmost standards set by all our authorities out there, so that we can be exemplary to society and to our members.
Okay. Then, of course, then everybody out there will be asking, because when
Yeah.
we are on the set with Mark,
Yeah.
most of the time he's telling us about events here
Oh, yeah.
and what's happened, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just give us a general outlook about what to expect now, between now and the end of the year,
Yeah.
and how that fits in with the rest of the golf calendar, with rival clubs in the country, and with, I don't know, with national team setup. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's different from the Uganda Golf Club. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. The
Yeah.
union and the golf club are different things.
Yes.
And so, how does that fit in? What do you have? And
So, for starters, we've got an annual calendar. So the Uganda Golf Club has got its own calendar, and so do all the other clubs in the country. So what happens is sometime between November and December, we submit our calendars for the year. Yeah, draft calendars. Then the union puts all these events together. They try and have as less clashing events as possible, so that golfers can enjoy golf all across the country
Yeah.
without necessarily having to miss out on the very nice tournaments.
yes, yeah.
So in essence, we have a very organized golfing calendar. And thanks to Dr. Were and his team, they're doing a really good job at the union. And so for all these events, you know, I mean, here at Uganda Golf Club, we have all Saturdays taken up for the whole year. So we have events
All Saturdays.
each and every weekend.
There's
Each
an
and
event
every weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Wow.
But the magnitude also depends on what other events we have out there, because as the father of all the other golf clubs in the country, we try and promote the game, the growth of the game. So if that means us having a smaller tournament when others are going to have a bigger tournament, we try and create space for that so that we can also promote the game in all the different golf clubs.
Right.
Then during the year, we also have fundraisers in order to raise money for all the other golf clubs that are up country.
Oh, you do?
Yes, so that they can either buy equipment to maintain the golf courses or raise money for the development of some of the activities or clubhouses.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Listen, as Paul was saying earlier, we only ambushed you.
Yeah.
Just dragged you onto our set. We have
Yeah.
a lot of other sports to talk about.
Yes.
And we're going to have many more conversations because Mark will insist that we come here most times.
Yeah.
Which is okay because I mean that's so beautiful there. We would like to have that shot in our set all the time.
Yeah.
And perhaps to be swinging while shooting.
Yeah.
But last night, just tell us about last night because apparently
Yeah, the
this place
Masters.
was on fire as
Yeah.
well as everybody was watching the Masters, the final
Yeah.
day of the Masters. And actually, Paul and Mark were here. I wasn't, but yeah. Tell us about last night. Tell us about basically golf, how that the international calendar, how it
Yeah.
ties in with us, the passion. Because one of the things I noticed before you come in is the enthusiasm around just the WhatsApp groups I'm involved in, the sporting ones,
Yeah.
was such that non-golfers were aware of
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, on one or two of the groups, Mark had ensured that happens because
Yeah.
he'd hyped up this Deschamps versus
Yeah.
versus Rory McIlroy thing the night before, even if it had turned out to be an anticlimax. But yeah, tell us about last night. Tell us about how that ties in with golf and how Uganda compares with the international scene.
Yeah, so I mean, Ugandans, just like any other sport, we've got so many golfing fans out there. Many people do travel for golf. A few months ago, we were at the DP World in Dubai.
Yes.
And
In Dubai.
yeah, in Dubai.
Okay.
And I happened to watch Rory in November and later in January as well for the Desert Classic.
Okay.
But we could tell from then that his form was picking up
Yes.
and he was gearing up for the Grand Slam. So here at Uganda Golf Club, we shall be hosting all the 4 majors.
The majors.
Now
yeah.
one is done, so
Yes.
the three
Yeah.
others
Yeah.
on our big screens, and I think this is the only club that is giving visas to the US to go and watch all the 4 majors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
so yesterday we took members over to Augusta.
Ah.
They managed to watch the Masters,
Uh-huh.
and we brought them back express
Okay.
in
She
time
was one of
for
those,
them,
yeah.
in
Okay.
time for them to go and catch a good night's sleep before they get up for work. But
Yes.
here at Uganda Golf Club, we're big on sport. We're big on the international golfing scene as well, and we would like to give our members the best experience when it comes to the majors, and even for you, the non-members,
Yeah.
since you are friends of the members and the captain, you can, and you're going to be a member.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you're going to be members.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can definitely have both of you here, hopefully very soon, and you'll be able to catch these big sports and big events
Absolutely.
very soon.
Yeah, that's an attraction. We'll definitely be here. Golf, of course, is very famous for that whole 19th hole scenery.
Yeah.
That scenario, which is everywhere at every club, and I'm sure here you've had a party for 100 years, that kind of party.
Yeah.
But finally, Paul, just tell us, how far is the Uganda Golf Club from having a player on the DP Tour or at Augusta?
Oh, yeah.
How far are we from actually having somebody swinging at
Need a reason
Augusta?
to go.
What
To be
is
honest-
the
to be
best
honest
you
with
have
you,
here, and how far back are we from there?
We've got Rugumayo, for example. we've got the Ronaldo Tiles, we've got the Kamlindwas, we've got the Gaitas, most of whom are members of Uganda Golf Club. So we think that very soon, if they get the right coaching, I mean, right now Rugumayo is in South Africa,
Yeah.
and he's getting the best practice.
Yes.
If you get that exposure, you get the practice, then it's easy for you to jump onto the international scene and not have the stage fright, for example. But then again, you'll know what to do because you'll have the right approach to the game. You'll be able to do your numbers. You'll be able to know, what altitude are we playing at, and how is that going to affect my game. And it's a game of numbers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a science as much as it's an art. So it's a game that is growing in the country. We believe many of the pros, hopefully within the next about 2 to 5 years, we should be able to field a player at least permanently on the DP World Tour and hopefully on the PGA Tour. We've got a number of boys in the US, courtesy of the Uganda Golf Union and the government of Uganda. These guys are playing in the big leagues back in the US, and we hope that they can be able to play the qualies and all these Q School events so that they can be able to join some of the PGA Tour events. So we've got a chance. We've probably, I could say, we are 40% there, courtesy of the union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For
You're welcome.
hosting us and for allowing us to take some of your time.
Yeah.
Some of us Friday will be on these greens. We are starting off. No sleeping on job at all.
Yeah.
I'll be here, so I'll be glad to be part of this.
So,
But,
yeah.
this is the space, and we love golf, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, so to Mark and Paul and Mark, it would be nice to host you here every now and then.
Okay.
And you're very welcome to Uganda Golf Club. And we would like our viewers to also know that Uganda Golf Club is changing and is the place to be. If you're looking for a place to belong, if you're looking to keep in shape, I'm sure you've been told I'm the youngest captain, but I'm sure you can't guess the age, because I could probably
Well, I've
pass
been having
for,
those questions, but
I could
Yeah,
probably
you-
pass for an 18-year-old. But,
Yeah, you could. Yeah. You
But
could.
I mean, that's the beauty about the game.
Yes,
It will
yeah.
keep you young. So if you people want to keep looking young and fit and healthy, this is the place to be. So make sure you make your money so that you keep playing, so that you live much longer. That way you also enjoy golf and the wet courses much longer than.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, once again, we have Mark with us back on the set. Earlier on, we had our very own captain, Paul Charles Rukundo, and he really gave us an insight on what really happens here. But now, let's come now and talk about, over the weekend, of course, we had, besides the Masters, we had the Turkish,
Yeah, we had two major tournaments.
Turkish Airlines World
We had the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup.
and
It was a shotgun tournament at Chigo. So shotgun, what happens with shotgun is that all the golfers go on their tees. And you start with the shotgun. So you all tee off at the same time and finish at the same time.
Oh,
so if I
okay.
tee off from number 16, I'll finish on 15. If I tee off from number 3, I'll finish from number 2. If I tee off from number 7, I'll finish on number 6.
okay.
So we start at the same time, finish at the same time. That's what they call a shotgun tee off. So it happened at Chigo. Now Chigo had been flooded on Saturday because there was a heavy downpour in Kampala.
Yeah, it's very good.
But eventually the winner was Martin Chivumbi. Martin Chivumbi lives in Chigo.
That's good.
He's quite a character because when Martin Chivumbi beats you, the entire world will know.
Yeah,
Shove it down
He
your
will
throat.
shove it down your throat. Everyone will know, even people in Algeria and Cambodia will know. Now, Martin Chivumbi, when he beat me in a match play, it was the first time he had beaten me in like 7 games. Everyone knew, even people in Kotido and the ones in Malawi.
I beat Matt.
Now you can imagine Martin Chivumbi winning the Turkish Airlines tournament with 50 points, Stableford. In November, he's going to go to Turkey to represent Uganda in the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup,
Wow.
which will have representatives from golfers from 83 countries.
Wow.
So Believe you me, everyone in the world knows about it. And Martin Chivumbi is telling everyone about it. And listen, Martin, it's your moment.
I got to meet Martin that weekend for the first time, and I saw a very happy man who was talking so much about how he won. And I did not know that it is the Martin.
Yeah, that's Martin.
It's really interesting, and we have it live.
Yeah, I mean, quite a nice character. So he plays of handicap 23, and he had a round of his life. He played Chigo 81 gross.
No, okay.
So Martin called me like a billion times, telling me how I played the best round of golf in my life. He called me on Saturday night like 7 times. On Sunday morning, I didn't even sleep. I mean, I barely had sufficient sleep, and Martin was calling me off a hook to remind me of the round he had played the day before.
Wow,
but
interesting.
that is Martin for you.
But you yourself were in Entebbe.
I was in Entebbe, yes, for the Stambik match play with my partner Michael Tomsime, who were beaten by Elis Katwebaze and his wife Evelyn Rukundo. On the 17th hole, we lost 3-2. We tried to put up a fight, but well, it wasn't meant to be. Elis played absolutely tremendous golf on the day. But there were some other interesting results. Chiro Shonuka
Yes.
and his
The
partner
Attorney General.
Eli Mukasa.
Yes.
They stand Shaban Ram and Charles Mugiru again on the 17th, you know. And then my good friends, people Luchamuzi and Henry Subuka, they managed to beat Sam Kachunjira and Vincent Katusi. So there are a couple of interesting matchups. Right now, they're going to the round 3 of the Stambik match play. And well, it's becoming interesting and intriguing, and we'll wait and see how that will unfold when they compete in the 3rd round next month.
Okay.
But leaving Ugandan golf, you have to talk about Rory McIlroy's achievement. Paul is laughing.
That was his day.
I mean, we McIlroy fans have suffered for 17 years. McIlroy in 2011, sorry, when he was a 20-year-old, he had no major. So he goes to Augusta and he destroys the course. It was, I think, his 5th trip to Augusta. He was leading by 4 strokes teeing on Sunday. And he goes on the back 9, the famous back 9 of Augusta. The Amen corner, those first 3 holes, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't stop hitting trees. I think the nerves got the better of him, and he shot an 80. Finished 15th, he loses the green jacket to Charles Schwartzel. Since then, of course, he recovered and won the US Open, won the USPGA, won the US Open with a record number of strokes, so 8 strokes clear of his closest challenger. I mean, he won 2 majors that year, then 2 years later added 2 more majors.
He won the British Open as well.
He won the British Open as well. So he won 4 majors when he was 20, at the age of 23. I think he was the 2nd youngest player to do it after Seve Ballesteros. 2nd youngest player to win that number of majors at that age. Since then, he's suffered a lean spell. McIlroy hadn't won any major from 2014 to date, which was a bit of an anomaly because if you watch golf and you watch McIlroy, he's arguably one of the most gifted players of all time. McIlroy can play every shot there is in golf. He's such a tremendous iron striker. He has very, very good iron play. McIlroy has got a very, very good wedge play. He's arguably the best driver of the ball. He rivals with Bryson DeChambeau for distance, but McIlroy has more direction, more consistency with his direction. I mean, on Saturday, on number 1 at Augusta, he hit a 371-yard drive. Now, 371 yards is obscene. That's a big drive. He actually birdied that hole. And by the way, he set 2 records at Augusta. On Saturday, he became the first golfer in the 89-year history of the Masters to play 6 threes in a row. So he started with a birdie on number 1.
Yeah.
He went on number 2, which is a par 5. He got an eagle.
Yes.
And then he went on number 3. He got a birdie, which is a par 4. He went on number 4. And then he got
Another birdie.
he got a par.
Par, okay.
He went on number 5. He got a birdie, and then number 6, he got a par. 6 threes. No one has ever done that in the history of the Masters. But McIlroy is not McIlroy when he doesn't subject his fans to all sorts of emotions, because again he made history by being the first person to win the major with 4 double bogeys. that's unprecedented. When you play for double bogeys, you're not supposed to be
They shouldn't be
anywhere close to
champion.
the title. At one point, it was 5 strokes ahead with like 4 holes to play, and then from nowhere he enters the rear creek on the par 5 13, and the very time when he was getting a double bogey, Justin Rose was getting a birdie on the 16th, and at the time they were all tied.
They were tied at 10 under.
And at that time also he
So I mean it's and then of course goes on the next hole on hole 15, and he plays one of the greatest shots you'll ever see at Augusta. That 7-iron from 207 yards. It was played to inch
perfection. Yeah.
You know how he shot
that was a beauty. I've been watching that clip over and over.
I mean it's got to go up there again among some of the greatest shots ever played, up there with Jane Saracen's shot in 1935 and Tiger's chip for a birdie on that pass on the number 16, the par 3. But anyway, eventually it goes to a playoff, and we all know what happened.
And the playoff was not with Bryson DeChambeau. That was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah, it was an anticlimax.
DeChambeau collapsed
Bryson collapsed
as the contender, because that's the duel everybody wanted to stand looking out for.
Bryson collapsed. Spectacular. And of course, one of the reasons why people were looking forward to that duel is because Bryson DeChambeau represents the Live faction of golf.
Live, yeah.
And McIlroy is the face of the PGA, so it was like a duel between PGA and Live.
And Live, yeah.
And so for
it didn't materialize.
It didn't materialize. I mean, Bryson fell way off. In the playoff, so Justin Rose hits a very, very super shot, a good tee shot. McIlroy is always going to be longer than Justin Rose. Justin Rose hits a very solid second shot. He just couldn't get the spin off it, but he had a makeable birdie. And then McIlroy makes amends after making a mess of his approach shot on the 18th. In the playoff, he hits an inch perfect gap wedge, a 3/4 shot gap wedge, right onto the flag. And once Justin Rose missed that, McIlroy made history by becoming only the 6th player in history to have the career Grand Slam. First man in 25 years. So he joins Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, he joins Jack Nicklaus, and then Tiger Woods and Gary Player.
Gary Player, yeah.
I
almost thought it was Sam Snead, but it was Gary Player.
No, Sam Snead won so many titles, but he never won all the 4.
Gary Player, actually.
So McIlroy joins golf royalty, and listen, he's been playing the best golf. I watch a lot of golf. He's been playing the best golf. Going into the Masters. He already won 2 tournaments before the Masters, including the Players Championship, which is rated the 5th major. Because the prize money for the Players Championship is $4.5 million. That is actually more than what he won in the Masters. The Masters got $4.2 million. And there's something which has changed about him. He as a psychologist. Last year when he got to Augusta, he was in the middle of a divorce case with the wife. Of course, eventually the divorce fell by the wayside. They're back together, Erica Stoll. And he was a bit in the zone. He shut all the outside noises. McIlroy did not talk to anyone. Even Bryson admitted that he didn't talk to me all through in their contest. While Bryson was high-fiving everyone when he was moving holes, Rory was into his zone, was focused, and because he knew he was fighting with certain inner demons. McRory has come this close so many times, losing to Wyndham Clark, losing to Bryson last year, losing to Cam Smith at the British Open a couple of times. It reminded me of Argentina's game against France at Lusail in the final, because Argentina had come this close to winning the tournament with some squads which are very good. Like the squad Argentina had, say in 2002, was a very good team. Disappointed in Korea.
Yeah, even 98.
Even 98.
98, 2002 were good squads. Yeah.
Then in 2006, actually, they played some of the very best football, and then they lost to Germany in the quarterfinals. So
that kind of thing. Yeah.
So I feel that for a player of McIlroy's talent,
2014 final.
Yeah, for a player of McIlroy's talent, for just like Argentina, it just beggars belief that such a team could spend that long without winning the World Cup. McIlroy has been a very, very good golfer, arguably the most talented golfer, but somehow all the other guys were winning majors and he wasn't winning majors.
Yeah.
I think now, having taken that monkey off his back, I actually think McIlroy has a couple of majors in him, and he could potentially win either the British Open this year or one of the 2 US tournaments, the US PGA or the US Open, because he's now freed from all the demons which were constraining him.